Hey guys, welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Bruce and today I want to showcase one of my favorite tier 8 premium tanks, the M47 Iron Arnie. Let's go! I already made a video about the Iron Arnie which you can check out right here. The Iron Arnie is a phenomenal tank that I can absolutely recommend. Today I want to showcase 3 games in which I want to make this tank work, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. So how do I play the Iron Arnie? Well, my commanders have basically the standard cruise skills, so brothers in arms, the view range skills, and then of course repairs. My loader has intuition as well as safe stowage, and then my driver has off-road driving and also smooth ride. And then, yeah, that's basically about it. I'm then working on the 5th skill, which is quick aiming for the gunner. And then I even selected concealment because I think there's no other useful skill anymore. Now, I'm playing this tank with the turbocharger because I want to increase the mobility. I play this tank with coated optics and with the gun rammer. And I have a second build in which I get rid of the turbo and in which I use a vertical stabilizer. But to be honest, I generally always use the setup with the turbo simply because I want to make use of the mobility. Now, one strength of this tank is the superb heat ammunition with 300 millimeters of penetration, and it still has 1073 meters per second shell velocity, so this ammunition is awesome. The AP round has 230 millimeters of penetration, which is excellent for tier 8, and 1080 meters of shell velocity. And then you have the HE ammunition, which deals 420 alpha damage, however, with only 53 millimeters of penetration. So the biggest advantage of this tank is the armor layout. So let's quickly take a look at the armor profile. So let's take a look at the armor profile of the Iron Arnie, and as you can see, the turret is super strong, apart from the huge cupola, which is very weakly armored. But the turret is ultra strong. You have beyond 300 millimeters of armor, 350 at the side, it is 330, and then you have those weak spots right here which can be easily penned. But all in all, the turret is super strong. Look at the gun mantle, it's 550 millimeters of armor, insanely strong. Now, due to the fact that the tank has this additional armor at the front, the upper hull as well as the lower hull is also very strong. Now, of course, those additional protection does not cover the whole frontal portion of the hull. So at the sides of it, you can be penned easily. Plus, between the turret and the hull, there are some weak spots that you can that the opponent actually can use in order to pen your tank. And same for the lower hull. The lower hull with the additional armor is beyond 200 millimeters of pen. So I mean not pen but armor. So it is exceptionally strong. But of course, it can be penned. And of course, it's easy to pen this tank at the side. But if you wiggle around a little bit, you know, if you move left, right in front of your opponent, then it's not easy to hit those portions just like it is in the Super Pershing. This tank is basically a better copy and a better version of the Super Pershing in World of Tanks. Now, if we use the gun depression, then we get rid of the problem between the turret and the hull, at least for the most part. Plus, we get rid of the cupola, once again, at least for the most part. Plus, the upper hull becomes super strong. And yeah, right now, if you play the tank with your 10 degrees of gun depression, this tank is a hull down monster. Now, take a look at what happens with your insanely strong heat ammunition. Well, same thing applies. Of course, you still have your weak spots, but here it is also covered by the additional armor. Same here. Plus, same right here. So basically, you cannot pen the turret even with premium ammunition. And same applies for the hull. So once again, this tank has phenomenal armor. One additional thing I should mention is you can also side scrape with the tank, at least if you do not over angle your tank. But this tank actually has side scraping capabilities, and you can at least bait shots into the side of your tank. So the armor of the tank is what makes this tank so strong. Alright, so first game, we are spawning in a tier 8 game on Pearl River, and let's see how we can make this tank work. I want to play this tank with the turbo. Once again, this is my favorite setup, and I think the increased mobility is what you should go for in the Iron Arnie. Do I select the other ammunition loadout? No, I think I have enough pen to penetrate most of the other tanks. And of course, I want to play somewhere where I can play hull down, and that's gonna be the south of the map. So let's see how it goes. We have one light tank in the game. We have an LT-432. The adversary team does have a blessed tank, so the spotting ability or the spotting advantage is on our side. I'm turning the turret towards the east of the map so that if I get spotted and if I get shot at, chances are that if the shot, you know, goes to the upper side of or the upper portion of my tank, I will bounce the shot and not take any damage. Unfortunately, I do not have any support whatsoever, so that's not what I want to see. And unfortunately, most of the medium tanks are going to the northern side of the map, which is not what I want to see. Let me see. So what do I want to do? Thanks, man.
I appreciate it.
Okay. Light tank is moving towards my position. This is nice. Now I would like to play super aggressively, but you can never play aggressively if you are all on your own. And right now I would like to be in this hull down position right here in the north and play hull down against all those tanks, but that's not happening. That's not the case. Let's see how many tanks already got spotted. So let's first of all thank this tank for helping me out. And you know what? Maybe we can make... Okay. No, we cannot. We cannot make pressure because... First shot onto the Lorraine. We bounced the shot. Next shot onto this tank. We need to repair our tank, and now we need to make sure to fall back a little bit, simply because we do not want to take damage from those tanks who are advancing. So let's go down here and let's try to play hull down against those tanks. We should be successful in doing so. So if those tanks advance, we might be able to... Okay. Obviously, snapshots is not what this tank is built for. The gun is too unprecise. But our TS5 is getting rid of those tanks. Now the problem is our team was advancing in the north, but they already lost their position. So that's a very bad thing. And we might want to fall back and... you know, hand over this flank to the TS5 and then help our team in the north. So let's see how it goes. One good thing about the Iron Arnie is its alpha damage of 320, which is pretty nice for tier 8 tank, even nowadays. The DPM is not the best one, however, with this tank, of course, you have the advantage of... Yeah, I'm actually not afraid of peeking out against those tanks, simply because I have a phenomenal armor. But I should not... I should not play too, you know, risky. Because if I do so, I will eat shots from other tanks that I didn't you know, pre-calculate. Alright, we already bounced 1200 damage. And we bounced this shot, so maybe it's time to load premium ammunition. Maybe it is time to load premium ammunition. Our team is losing this game, which is very unfortunate. Nice. 300 millimeters of pen is great for such a tank. It's phenomenal. And I'm not sure whether we should make pressure right now. I think we should stay defensively and let the adversary tanks make mistakes. Hopefully our TS5 and our ISU 152 holding up the adversary advance in the south. And we will simply wait here and see whether we can punish the adversary tanks for making mistakes if this Pershing and if this Gonzalo tank are actually making mistakes. Let me see. So if I cross, I will get spotted from this portion here, and so I think it is not worth it. It's not worth it. The Rheinmetall Borsig. You know what? Let's play more risky and let's make pressure. Hopefully this will pay out. I will continue to load my premium ammunition. And let's see how it goes. I only have 375 HP remaining. That's this is a bad thing. And so let me see. But you know what? No risk, no fun. So let's try to open up the game. Let's try to regain map control. Okay, nice. Okay, and he catches us, but we made 1900 damage and we bounced 2000 damage. Not the best result. I could have stayed defensively, but I think, yeah, sometimes it's worth taking a risk. And I mean, I gathered quite some helpful information for our team. Yeah, so that's about it. Let's simply jump into the next game. Alright, second game with the Iron Arnie. This time we spawn on Overlord in a tier 9 matchup. And now there's of course one drawback of this tank. Like every tank has at least one drawback, and this is the camo value and the inability to play spotting games or vision games. So with the Iron Arnie we cannot go to those bushes here and try to sit still and yeah, outspot adversary tanks. This will not happen. So we need to have a different game plan, and we need to do something else. Let's see. Let's analyze the adversary team. So there are 3 light tanks, 2 of which are ELC even 90s, which is bad for us because this tank is simply OP when it comes to spotting, right? So question is, what can we do? Now we do not have too much support in the north. Okay, there's one ELC even 90 already making hardcore pressure. Let me see. We will load HE. He already spotted us, which is fine. But maybe we can... Okay, our LT is pushing in, which is not good. Okay, at least he can take out the ELC even 90, which is great. There's one ELC even 90 down here, which is good for us. So there's only one other light tank, the Blask, which we already saw because he was shooting towards the LT432. Now, as the LT432 has won this position, can actually play a bit more offensively and go to this position right here. And maybe, you know what? We will move in because we can peek out of cover because we have the turret armor to do so. So let's see what we can do. Okay. He is pushing in over aggressively, which is always a bad thing because now he's taken out, and that's not what you want to see. Maybe we can take a... No, we cannot. We are now spotted because we're in the proxy spotting circle, and hopefully this all was not a mistake. Let us see what is going on here. Actually, there's no tank we can take a shot onto, but we can maybe... okay. Take a shot onto this tank. Yep, that's good. That's what I want to see. Yep, he bounces a shot. Of course he does, because we have the much better armor, which is good. Tries to take a shot onto us, maybe onto our cupola, but he will not be successful. But we can take another shot onto him. Okay, he's able to pen us. Not sure where. Maybe lower hull. Okay, fine. But we will be able to take him out. Okay, there's the... Okay, managed to hit our cupola, which is not great news. But now we can take him out, and we bounce the shot of the WZ-111-1FT, which is nice. So 1200 damage. And there's the Centurion 7-1 making pressure. Nice. I want to take one shot onto the... Here you go. I want to take him out before the Kunze-Panzer takes a shot onto us. Now we have to turn around so that if he peeks out, he will not be able to easily pen us. We're able to proxy spot him. Okay, so he is... he needs to fall back. Now we want to get out of the range so that he doesn't spot us. Looks like the guard has managed to go into our... Nice, that's what I want to see. In our base. And so, yep, we have an advantage, because now we might be able to take a shot onto the ISU-152 and help our team. Here you go, let's fully aim in. Okay, already taken out, nice. And so, I think it is time to fall back and to help our team to fight against those two tanks. I will load premium ammunition, simply because there's the Tortoise, and for the Tortoise I need 300mm of pen. Looks like those tanks are able to take out the... Yeah. Are able to take out the... That should have been a hit. WZ-114. Not the best spotter, but I need to spot for my team. 10-7, the game is relatively close, but I think it is necessary that I play the defensive role for my team. Now I do not want to peek out like this because I will get a shot from the tortoise and the guard. And I only have half of my HP remaining, which is a problem. So question being is, what can we do? I will simply... Okay. I need to fall back because the game is way too close. Now, the guard is most probably the better spotter than I am. And so most likely, yep, most likely...
Moving to support you. Thanks.
Most likely he will outspot me. Okay, nice, nice. So our team is managing to... Our team is managing to take out those two tanks, which is good news. And I need to hurry up. I will try to waggle around. And now I have a problem. Now I have a problem. Now I need to... Alright. Cool. And now I think... okay. He can easily pen me. I think with his, yes, premium ammunition. But overall, once again, we made 1,400 damage, blocked 1.3k damage, and helped our team to win the game, which is a good thing. So once again, not the best game for the Iron Arnie. Also not the best map due to the inability to spot, which is a drawback for this tank. However, we'll see what we can do in the next game. Meanwhile, let's this time take a look at the result. And actually, we were not too bad because we were second on XP with actually 1,800 damage and 2 kills. And one thing about the Iron Arnie is this tank is actually a phenomenal credit maker. We shot a decent amount of premium ammunition, but still with the premium account we make 41,000 credits in this game. So let's see what we can do in the next game. Alright, third game in the Iron Arnie. This time we spawn on Paris in a tier 8 matchup. And with the Iron Arnie, once again, I want to use the turbo. And I want to brawl alongside with my heavy tanks. And there's a wonderful position where I like to go, which is right here. Because I can knock down a tree and then try to take one or another shot onto the adversary tanks. So let's see how it goes. Maybe I can show the side scraping capabilities of this tank in this match. Let's turn the turret towards the right hand side because we will cross over the open field. And once again, if the adversary team will take a shot, then we have a higher chance of bouncing the shot if it flies to the upper portion of our tank. So we need to knock down the tree right here, like so. Then we knock down this tree like so, and you should always do this. And then if there's another tank, if there are tanks, you know, approaching in this direction, then we will be able to take shots onto them. We'll load premium ammunition. And we do not penetrate the upper hull of the T-32, which is playing hull down basically in a perfect way. Okay, we're not spotting him, so let's fall back. There's the XM, which we cannot hit because behind the building. Maybe if he now peeks out. Our team is making hardcore pressure, which might not be the best solution because in general you should try to play a bit defensively and simply let the adversary tanks do the mistakes. He's still behind cover. There you go. That's what I want to see. Of course, I do not need premium ammunition to pin the Scorpion, so let's simply fall back. Could have made a better job on Okay, this is the gun of the Iron Arnie. Of course, not the best precision. And I'm looking at the minimap and I'm asking myself whether I should make some more pressure to the other side. Nice, finally a shot onto the T-32, nice. And of course I do not want to brawl frontally against those two XM 57s, but in this position, as we have a reload time of about 9 seconds anyway, we can simply fall back into cover, wait 10 seconds until we're not spotted anymore, and then peek out of cover and take some more shots. So that's the game plan. And here you go. Thanks a lot, Mr. Scorpion. Thanks a lot for some additional damage. Once again, we can fall back into cover. The game is on the winning side, and we will soon need to be more aggressive. However, okay, time has come. Time has come to be more aggressive because we need to make more damage. Scorpion bounces, which is nice. Yep, nice. He bounces once again, which is nice. We do not bounce, but the adversary tanks bounce, and that's where the armor of the Iron Arnie simply shines. Okay, nice. He bounces because he doesn't know the weak spots, or at least he's unable to pen. We are also nicely angled so that the tanks in at the position of the okay, now he can make a shot. Nice, we can, and let's turn out the tank, but the oooBRUCEooo is making hardcore pressure, and because we took out the Scorpion, we couldn't turn around early enough, but we are winning the game, and we make 2.9k damage, actually 3k damage with 2.7 damage blocked, which is excellent. And I think this game showed the strength of this tank. 320 alpha damage is great. The armor is superb. Yeah, this tank is phenomenal. It's a pretty decent medium heavy hybrid. And it's also a pretty decent credit maker. We are once again second place when it comes to XP. oooBRUCEooo made an excellent job of dealing 3.8k damage. And in this game we made 64,000 credits. So in my opinion, the Iron Arnie is a phenomenal tank. One of the best tier 8 premium tanks in the game. It's a decent credit maker as well. And it's one of those tanks that you can really play offensively and aggressively. And it's also one of those tanks who does not have too many problems with seeing tier 9 and tier 10 tanks on the battlefield, which is an advantage on its own. Alright guys, that was it for today with the video about the M47 Iron Arnie. What do you think about this tank? Do you like it? Do you think it is fun to play? How do you like the gun handling, and do you think it is holding this tank back? Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. And as always, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. This really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. If you find this video extremely helpful, then feel free to support me via Super Thanks. This way you can make a one-time donation. You just have to click this button underneath the video. If you adore this channel and you want to consistently support me, then consider subscribing to my channel or become a member, once again with the click of a button underneath the video. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time in another World of Tanks video.